Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'm going to detail several deadly events that happened in Oakland. Oakland had 5 deadly incidents to bring in the new year, after 2024 was a year with a decreased rate of homicides. But the end of year 2024 and the start of the year 2025, things would end and start off bad. On the 4300 block of Fleming Avenue, Oakland police said officers responded to a shot spotter and arrived to find one victim who had been shot at least one time. The victim was taken to a hospital for treatment, but was pronounced dead at the hospital. The next victim was a man named William, also known as Willie. He was a married father of 2. Willie would be walking into his job at Oakland, a commercial dishwashing supplier near 14th Street, around 7 a.m. on New Year's Eve. That's when gunfire erupted, leaving Willie dead. Police will say there were at least 26 shell casings at the scene. Witnesses told Oakland police the shooter approached Willie with an AR-15 and shot him dead before leaving in the car. No arrests have been made, and police have not discussed the motive behind the shooting. This shooting left everyone shocked. Willie worked at his job for 2 years and had no incidents, and to be shot and killed outside his job had many wondering, was this a targeted attack? But Willie's mom is determined for justice for her son.
Is grieving the death of a beloved father. The 32-year-old was gunned down as he was going to work on 14th Street this morning in Oakland. ABC 7 News anchor Dion Lim spoke with the victim's mother.
I feel sorry for the person who did it. I feel sorry for him because he has a praying mom. He has a mom that covers him in prayer.
It's that strength in prayer, holding loved ones of 32-year-old Willie Bernstein together after the father of 2 babies was gunned down walking into work just after 7 o'clock New Year's Eve morning.
He wasn't a statistic. He didn't come out here and stand on these corners. He went to work.
According to his family, Willie had worked at Oakland, a commercial dishwashing supplier at 14th and Poplar for 2 years. We counted at least 26 shell casings littering the pavement outside. Relatives from Richmond who gathered at the scene remembered his life.
He's a light. Everybody loved him.
12 hours later, on New Year's Eve, Oakland police officers responded to a fatal stabbing on the 1900 block of 70th Avenue. Emergency crews arrived just after 7:15 p.m. and located a victim with a stab wound. The victim was later transported to an area hospital where the victim was pronounced deceased.
Scott, the first murder happened around 7:45 last night. This is in Oakland, in a neighborhood on the 1900 block of 70th Avenue. You can see it on the map there on your screen, not far from the intersection of International Boulevard and 73rd Avenue. This is cell phone video of what the scene looked like after police arrived. OPD tells us that they responded to that area to investigate a shooting and a stabbing. When officers arrived, they found the person who was stabbed. That person was taken to the hospital where they died. Not clear what led up to the stabbing, and no more details on what might have happened with regards to the shooting.
At around 10 p.m. New Year's Eve, the Oakland Police Department responded to the 200 block of 2nd Street for a report of a shooting. Arriving officers found one victim at the scene with a gunshot wound. Authorities said the victim was rushed to the hospital by paramedics and was listed in stable condition. Shortly after the response to 2nd Street, 3 additional victims arrived at the hospital. 1 of the 3 died to their injuries. The remaining 2 victims were listed in stable condition.
It was near a sideshow. Several people were shot. We do know that 1 person was killed. Many others rushed to the hospital, and at last check, still in the hospital with their injuries.
Then on New Year's Day, a person was shot on the 1200 block of 65th Avenue. Oakland police arrived and located the victim wounded from gunfire. The victim was rushed to a hospital where they died from their injuries. With the new year starting, there's already some negatives to take from this, but we hope the year doesn't get worse and the violence decrease. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.